Hey Emily! This week's vlog is going to be a little bit less about me and a little bit more of a general me talking at the camera like vlogs are supposed to be, because John Green is having a child, which is very exciting. Not only because John Green's going to have a child, but Henry's going to have a brother or sister. He could possibly have a sister. Either way, it's adorable, and also it means that some lucky nerd fighter is going to be vlogging. Lots of nerd fighters usually vlog, but they're going to be vlogging on the Vlogbrothers channel, which is pretty exciting. So this is probably going to be the vlog that I submit for that. So it would be kind of weird if I was just talking about how difficult housing is or how I registered for astrophysics next year. So I'm going to discuss a little bit something I've been thinking about lately, which is making adaptations of something that is already beloved, like a book or a comic or a novel. A novel is a book. What am I saying? Adaptations can obviously be either really good or really bad. Not to pour lemon juice on the cut, but Aragon. Sometimes fans are upset that something that is so close to their heart is being adapted for a wider audience. It can be done poorly, and then that misrepresents the thing that they love to other people. And then people are all like, I wish Gale and Katniss would get together. And then I'm all like, I wish you would think about the book complexly. And something that they love so much is being thought of incorrectly by other people, and that is really not a good feeling. Sometimes even if there's a good adaptation, people feel as if others might have just jumped on the bandwagon just because it's cool now, which is really disappointing for people who really enjoy things. I think of adaptations the same way that I think of any other fan work. Fan art, fan fiction, videos, GIFs, all sorts of things that fans are working on, and this is a big one. If an adaptation is done well, it does bring something that we love to a new audience. For example, many of the diehard Harry Potter fans today got into it because they saw the movie, and then having seen a story that they love so much, it might have even convinced them to read more. And no one can ever say that more reading is bad. Sometimes adaptations, just as in any other fan work, can add a lot to someone's experience of the story. A great example of this is the BBC's Sherlock. This is a show that I'm a really big fan of, not only because it's brilliant and excellent and why those cheekbones, why? Also because I read the stories first, and this is one of the best adaptations of not only the characters, but like the places and the stories and the feel of the originals, even though it's set in a modern day time. And I think that's a wonderful thing to do. The stories are presented in the way that they were originally intended, to an audience of people who are in the same time as the main character. Things like having John have a blog, having Sherlock text, these are normal things to us, just the same that riding in a hansom cab or having a revolver was a normal thing for Victorian age London. The way that they take the characters that Conan Doyle already crafted and show them in different ways, in ways that modern fans can understand more, so that they can better understand the characters that are already there, that's amazing. The reason I think that this one specifically works so well is because it's done by people who love it, done by people who grew up reading the stories and who basically are amazed every day to walk into this job and do it. So on adaptations, I'm all for it. It might be done poorly, but it's worth running the risk. Just in the same way that there is crappy fan fiction and crappy fan art and terrible, terrible things, it still enriches your experience of the story, and I think that's always a good thing. Thanks for watching this, John and Hank, and thank you, Emily, for putting up with me trying to be cool. Don't worry, I'll be back next week with my normal silliness. DFTBA. Oh, Aragon. I don't even know if you tried.